Welcome back to the Dosha Room. This is your Mad Yogi Aileen, and we'll be starting our Series 6 with our Vata Balancing flow. So come to the top of your mat and we'll just come into plank briefly just to get our alignment. So don't worry. Hands flat down on the mat. As per our usual, hands just a little wider than your shoulders and spread your fingers. Plant them down on the mat. Lengthen your legs to the back, hug and lift here. Feel yourself hugging and lifting, pushing through your arms just to get our alignments. Knees down, untuck your toes, and awareness exercise. Keep your hands where they are as you bring your sit bones back down to your heels. Feel that length right along your arm and the side of your body. Trying to not drag those hands closer to the body if you can. But of course, if you need a little bit more stability, by all means, walk your hands a little closer. Breathing here, and let's have some spinal waves. Belly up, chest up, head up, exhale down. A few more, breathing up, exhale. Feel that air being pushed out of your lungs, inhaling. Feel your lungs opening and expanding, especially the back portion, and exhale. From here, coming up to your cat pose. Curl your right leg up, and as per usual, your right is your right, my right is my right. So walk your right foot forward on the thumb side of your hand and extend that leg as far forward as you can, lengthening out your front knee without hyperextending, without locking or dropping that knee down. Keep a micro bend and just forward fold here. Use your arms, use your hands to help stabilize the pose. Deep, long Ujjayi breath or our circular breath. Or if you want to, a more present inhalation and a really soft exhalation. Barely a whisper of an exhalation. From here, pare back the pose, belly up, chest up, head up. You can come onto the pads of your fingers in a claw shape with your hands for more stability. Walk your right leg out to the side, and I'll just do it front facing so you know what I mean. Walking that leg right out to the side with your hands and the rest of your body still in a cat pose. Push yourself back. Sit bones to the heel and extending your right leg, pressing that foot as flat as you can. But of course, if your ankle isn't happy with your plantar flexion or your foot is lifting up a little bit, just allow it to lift up a little bit, but not a dorsal flexion, not for this flow, because this will tend to sink that knee down. So a little bit of a plantar flexion is enough, or a full plantar flexion. After a few breaths here, wave your body up, belly up, chest up, head up, back in a gate and a cat fusion pose. Curl your right leg up, thread it towards the other side, and bring both feet out to the sides. If you can see my feet here, I've brought them to point out to the sides, then press yourself back. Sit bones to the heels. You might not come all the way down here, and that's fine. What you're wanting to feel is that lengthening in our gluteus muscles, that strong binding of the legs, internal rotations of the hip joints. Breathing here. From here, wave yourself up, belly up to distribute your weight, chest up, head up, and unbind your legs, coming back to an extended child's pose. And we'll do the other side, waving up, belly up, chest up, head up, curl your left leg up, step it forward, and and walk or slide it forward, and just bring your body weight down on your leg, bending your elbows, but still using the strength of your arms to stabilize the pose so you don't just drop on that leg. Very bad for the knee. Breathing. I hope you feel that lengthening. I'll do it obliquely. Lengthening right here. Underside of your leg. Wave yourself up and walk your left leg out to the left side. Knee and heel alignment. So you can get that alignment. Plantar flex the ankle or pare it back a little bit and push yourself back. Sit bone to the heel, extending your arms. If the length of your arms and the sides will allow you to, lengthen them forward. Deep, full breath. Ujjayi breath, circular breathing, or a softer exhalation followed by a stronger, more present inhalation. From here, wave yourself up. Right knee floats to the middle. Left leg curls up and thread it in front of that standing leg. Bring both feet out to the sides and press back. Deep, full breath. Feel that compression here in your abdominal cavity. It's a nice massaging action for the organs. Wave yourself up. And I will just set myself back to the middle of the mat and we'll have a few more rounds. Extended child's pose. Deep, full breath. Let's do it with a breath and a smooth flow. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, set yourself in cat. Curl your right leg up. Step it forward. Walking it forward, planting your hands where they are. Walking your leg forward, attaining a nice, strong, lengthening action for your leg. And melt down. Support your body weight with your arms. Waving yourself up. Walk your right leg out to the side and press back. Waving up. Strong arms to carry your body weight. Standing knee drifts to the middle. Left foot out to the right side as you curl your right leg under the body. Right leg out to the left side, opening your feet in cow face pose and push back. Waving up. Knees down. Unbind the legs. Extended child's pose. Wave yourself up. Right knee middle. Right foot to the left side. Left leg curls in. Under your body. Open your feet wide and press. Wave yourself up. Unfurl the legs. Extended child's pose. Breathing. Extended child's pose. Waving up. Right leg curls up. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Curl it in. Forward. Step. Push back. Don't rush. Stay with me. Coming out of the pose. Walking that foot or drifting or hovering that foot out of the way and to the side and press. Wave up. Left leg to the middle. Left foot drifts out to the right side. Right leg Threads under and push back. Wave yourself up. Unfurl your legs. Extended child's pose. By the way, if the knees are getting a little bit tired here, waving up cat, by all means, please pad your knees. Left leg curls up. This is the last one. Point your knee back and up. Extend. Bend. Drift it forward. Step. And press back. Coming out of the pose, left leg walks or slides or glides to the side and press back. As you repeat this flow, when you come back to it, you're welcome to choose how that leg moves. Lift yourself up, press through your arms to hover your knee, middle, foot to the side, extended leg curls under the body. Set yourself first and then press. Breathing. Wave yourself up. Unbind your legs. And press back. Extended child's pose. Walking your hands as far forward as they'll go, feeling that stretch right down your sides and even climbing up to the middle of your back as we're lengthening the trapezius and the latissimus dorsi muscles. From here, wave yourself up, going through cat, tuck your toes under, lifting back up to plank, where we started. Soften your knees, press back, puppy pose, and stay here if you want. This is your option. One spinal wave in puppy pose, belly up, chest up, head up, exhale down, and lengthen your legs should you want to downward facing dog. And one more wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. I hope you feel that lengthening right along the outside of your body with that downward wave. That's what we want to be feeling. Heels up, knees and elbows bent, and just walk to the top of your mat. But I want you to curl your legs up so we're not dragging our feet. Feet one hip width distance apart. Exhale, let the head go. Bend the knees even here if you need to. Bend them as much as you want, but press your hands or the finger pads strongly into the mat. Push to the length of your arms, push to the length of your legs, and you'll get your forward fold. Deep, full breath. Bend your knees, backs of the hands together, wave yourself up. And again, give a moment for the backs of the hands to press in here. As you wave yourself up, it's a good counter pose for the wrists. To come into our back bend, push your hips forward. Don't S-shape your back. Push your hips forward and come into that nice big C shape of the body. Contract your abdominals, contract your psoas to lift. Hands in, press your elbows in, bow down. Bend your knees and lead to the crown of your head. Forward fold. Let your head go. Hands beside the feet. Looking through the gap between your legs and as high up that gap. From your forward fold, walk your finger pads high up on your shins, elbows pressing in, knees with a micro bend. Push to the length of your arms. Feel that natural lift of the upper body into your Adho Uttanasana. Feel that wave through your spine and finishing through your cranium. Retracting the scapula and lifting the heads of the humerus up, opening the neck. It's better to breathe that way. Exhale, wave down, belly down, chest down, head down, hands down. A few more waves just to heat up the whole back line of the body. Fingers high up on your shins or maybe a little lower if you want to, and press through, waving up halfway, nice and smooth. Exhale down. Fingers maybe a little lower on your shins or down on the mat and waving up halfway. Exhale down. Last wave. Inhale, waving up halfway, pressing through the length of your arms, length of your fingers, lifting the head up. Exhale down. From here, hands in a strong claw-shaped position or flat on the mat. We're just going to briefly come into a standing split. Right leg curls up. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be absolutely vertical. Top knee points back and up. And extend, just here for a brief moment, then bend your standing knee, bring that foot down on the mat. On the flats of the toes, yeah, not the tiptoes, if you can see my back foot, on the flats of the toes. It's better for your stability. From here, still press through the length of your front leg, even in this bent position. Bring the backs of the hands together, pushing through that front leg, hugging and lifting, waving yourself up into a high lunge. Now in standing poses, it's easy to just kind of sink and collapse in the pose. I want you to hug and lift. Lengthening up. Feel as if you're pressing something at the top of your head that you don't want falling on you. So squeezing your hands into an invisible something with a width a little wider than your shoulders, a la plank. From here, stay upright or small, feeling as if you're pushing your hips forward and come just into a shallow back bend. You'll feel that lengthening right along your right side, especially your psoas and your quads. Squeeze the front to lift. If you've come into a back bend, slide yourself a little lower. Front knee still only in line with your front ankle or a little pared back. Adjust your back leg if you need to. So coming into a mid-height lunge. From here, we're going to twist to the right side into an open belly twist from the navel, the sternum, the nose. Open your arms, back arm parallel to the floor, left arm, back of the left hand on the inside of your left knee to torque you a little bit deeper if you want to. That right arm can drift as deeply or as shallowly or as shallow as you want. From here, relax the back arm down, backs of the hands together, wave yourself up. On an exhalation, bring your back knee down. Don't drop it down, make it a conscious movement. Untuck your toes and twist to the left side. Closed belly twist from the navel, sternum, nose, and the arms are in a similar position. Front arm, right arm on the outside of your left leg. Left arm reaches to the back. That crossing arm in front of you can help torque you a little bit deeper if you want to, or just to stabilize the pose. Breathing. Relax your back arm, release the pose, backs of the hands together, thread your arms up. And as we did in our high lunge, feel as if you're pushing your hips forward. The spine will have nowhere else to go but into a safer back bend, not hyperextending the lower back. Squeeze your front to lift. From here, push through your front leg. You can tuck your back toes under if you want to, or leave them pointing. Right hand reaches to your right foot, right heel. Left arm can start reaching up towards the ceiling in a vertical manner first. If you're wanting to come a little deeper, reach your fingers to the back. While you're doing this, I want you to feel that lengthening all along your left side and not just the contraction of your lower side, of the right side. Good. Half camel. Squeeze your left side to come out of the pose. Hands down on the mat. Back toes tuck under and lift your back knee off. So it's like a different kind of half plank or a different kind of low lunge, yeah? That left hand, if it's more comfortable for your shoulder and your arm, to be on the inside of your leg, you're welcome to do that as well. Push through your arms, lift the chest up without overly curving that the upper back rather. Left foot, walk it to the back. Or slide or glide it to the back. Inhale here. Exhale. Let's just pare it back for now. Knees down. Untuck your toes, knee plank. Chest down between your hands. Flat plank. Squeeze your upper back. Squeeze the whole line of your back muscles, even your gluteus, even your hamstrings, even your gastroc or your calf muscles, to come into a shallow cobra. Exhale. Abdominal massage down. One more option. Squeeze your back muscles, ignite your back, shallow cobra, then add the strength of your arms for a higher cobra, or if you're wanting to push through the length of your arms, push through the tops of your feet and come into an upward facing dog. Breathing. Exhale, abdominal massage down. Tuck the toes under, lift your chest up, knee plank, lift your knees up, full plank, bend them and push back, puppy pose or downward facing dog, up to you. Spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. From here, right leg curls under the belly, under the body, towards the belly. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Curl that leg forward. Step it through. So we're lunging on the other side. Strong front leg. On the flats of the toes for your back foot, not on the tip toes. That's very damaging for your joints. So flats of the toes, backs of the hands together, push through the front leg, wave up. Lengthening up, high lunge. Breathing. Push your hips forward, shallow or maybe a little deeper with your back bend. Up to you. Squeeze your front, squeeze your psoas, squeeze your quads to lift. Slide yourself lower and open belly twist to your left side. Back of the right hand, inside of the right knee. Left arm reaches to the back and torque yourself a little deeper if you want to. Follow with your gaze. If your neck is okay, but if your neck isn't happy in the twist, just listen to what it dictates as neutral. Even if that's in line with your chest, looking obliquely forward, that's fine. Listen to the state of your neck. From here, coming back to center, back knee down, wave your arms up. Just a moment in low lunge with the arms up. Then twisting to the right side, navel, sternum, nose. Deep, full breath. I hope you're feeling that twisting, lengthening sensation right along the front of your left side here. Coming back to center, backs of the hands in, Waving yourself up once again with the arms rather, and push your hips forward, or feel as if you're pushing your hips forward. The spine will naturally come into your back bend. Shallow or deep, up to you. Squeeze the front to lift. From here, left hand to the back. Press through your front knee to lift yourself up. As you reach, trust yourself. Yoga is also a practice of self-trust. Left hand, left heel, right arm. Reaching up first vertically, and then add a little bit more of an opening if you want to. If this is too strong, lift your arm back up. But you'll feel the nice stretch right here. Deep, full breath. Squeeze your front and your right side to lift up. Hands down on the mat. Let's just decide to bring it on the arch side of your foot. Back toes tuck under. Lift your knee up. In. Once again, it's either a half plank or a low lunge. Different versions thereof. Different versions. Breathing. Right foot walks or glides or slides to the back. Plank. Let's have chaturanga here. Let's throw it in. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Transition back up to plank, to puppy pose, or downward facing dog. Up to you. Spinally, belly up, chest up, head up, exhale down. Heels up, knees and elbows bent, step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, waving up halfway, fingertips any height on your shins or even down on the mat if you want to. Exhale down. Backs of the hands together, thread yourself up. Hugging and lifting here, but keep your knees soft. But pushing through the length of your legs, feel that length of the body. From your forward fold, press through the arms, ground yourself. Right leg curls up, step it back. Backs of the hands together, thread yourself up. Hugging and lifting here. Deep, full breath. Push your hips forward, shallow or deep back bend. Contract the front, lift. Sink a little lower. Open belly twist to the right side. Right arm reaches to the back, left arm on the inside of the leg. Torquing yourself deeper if you want to. Coming back to the front, arms down, thread them up as you bring your back knee down on the mat. Untuck your toes, closed belly twist to the left side. Navel, sternum, nose, and place your arms into position. Deep, full breath. Relax your arms down. Backs of the hands together. Threading them up. Push your hips forward. Shallow or deeper back bend. In a very low lunge. Squeeze the front of the body to lift. Push through your front leg. Right arm reaches back to your heel. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling first, and then open your side by bringing your arm to the back, gazing to the back. Squeeze your left side to lift, hands down on the mat. Move slowly on the inside, on the arch side of your left foot. Back toes tuck under, knee lifts up. Set yourself first here in your half plank. Then left leg lifts and glides, slides or walks to the back, full plank. Half flow poses of your choice. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Back through plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. Spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Right leg curls up into the belly, point the knee back and up, extend. Wave forward, three-legged plank, bend that knee and step it through. Back heel still pointing up, backs of the hands together, thread yourself up. Nice high lunge. Strengthening the body here, hugging and lifting. Push the hips forward, shallow or deep back bend. Squeeze the front to lift. Glide yourself down, mid-height lunge as you open your body in an open belly twist. Don't forget to strengthen that back leg. Release the pose, backs of the hands together, thread them up as you bring your back knee down. In a low lunge, closed belly twist to your right side. In your low lunge, twist. Deep, full breath. Coming back to center, backs of the hands together, threading up. Push your hips forward, shallow or deeper, low lunge back bend. Squeeze your front to lift. Push through your front leg to lift yourself up. Drift you to the back. Heel catches your hand. Reach up and reach back. It's an or. If you want to remain with your arm in a vertical position, you're welcome to do that. Squeeze your right side. Lift, hands down on the mat. Back knee tucks under. Lift your knee up. Set yourself back in your half plank. Right leg to the back. Full plank. Half flow. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Back through plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. Spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, exhale down. Heels up, knees and elbows bend, step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale down. Backs of the hands together, thread yourself up. Upward facing hands, lengthening up here. Shallow or deep back bend. Contract the front, lift. Hands in, elbows in, bow down. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale down. Press your hands strongly into the mat. Left leg curls up, thigh into your belly. Point your knee back and up. Extend. Just a paired back, standing split. Back foot down on the mat. Strong front leg. Backs of the hands together. Thread yourself up. Lengthening up here. Open belly twist. In a mid-height lunge. Back to center. Backs of the hands in. Glide yourself down as the arms glide up. Low lunge. Then twist to the right side. Closed belly twist. Breathing. Release the pose. Backs of the hands together. Thread yourself up. Thread the arms up. Push the hips forward. Shallow or deep back bend. Or no back bend at all if you've had enough. Up to you. Squeeze the front to lift. Push through your front leg. Left arm drifts to the back. Right arm reaches up. stay, or open up your side. Squeeze your right side to lift up. Hands down on the mat. Back toes tuck under. Half plank. Right leg slides, glides, or walks to the back. Full plank. Half low. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Back through plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. Spinal wave. Belly up. Chest up. Head up. Exhale down. Left leg curls up into the belly. Backs of the hands together. Thread yourself up. Nice and low, hugging and lifting. High lunge. Breathing. Glide yourself a little lower, mid-height lunge. As you open yourself to the right side. Mid-height lunge, open belly twist. Coming back to center, backs of the hands together. Glide them up as you bring your back knee down. Low lunge. Deep full breath. Closed belly twist to the left side. Deep full breath. Soften your gaze. Give yourself a smile. Coming back to center. Backs of the hands together. Thread them up. Push your hips forward. Shallow or deep back bend in your low lunge or no back bend at all if you've had enough. Then push through your front leg as your right hand drifts to the back, reaches for your heel. Left arm reaches up and opens your side by bringing your hand to the back in a half camel. Squeeze your front and your left side to lift out of that pose. Hands down on the mat, nice and spread with the fingers. Hands on the plank, back toes tuck under, knee up. Set yourself here in your half plank. Then left foot, left leg to the back, please. Full plank. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Back through plank. Puppy pose. And downward facing dog. Spinal wave. Belly up, chest up, head up, exhale down. And a few more. Why not? Just wave your spine. Trying to empty the mind here. Feel the connection of your hands and your feet into your mat. No need to rush. From here, curl your right leg up, thigh to your belly. Plantar flexion of the ankle, but flick your toes. Point the knee back and up. Gain height with that knee, lengthen your psoas and your quads, and then extend the leg in a three-legged dog. From here, tilt the body open to your right side. Allow that top leg to just wave down, soften down, open dog, and then back to three-legged dog. And one more. Open dog, three-legged dog. Wave yourself forward to a three-legged plank. Stabilize yourself by pushing through your arms. Draw your right leg forward and angle it for your pigeon. And then land. Back knee down. Untuck the toes and a moment in proud pigeon. Wave yourself up, your torso up, chest up, head up, lifting up on the heels, from the heels of your hands, pushing through your fingers in a claw shape. Position of the arms, pushing through the length of your arms. Proud pigeon, Then melt forward and down, belly down, elbows in, chest down, arms out to the sides, and head down. If this very low position of the head is difficult for you, or your hips, your knees, and your ankles of that front leg, of the right leg, aren't happy in this pose, then by all means pare it back. You can even rest your head on the cup of your fists if that's better for you, if it pares back the weight on your joints. If that's still uncomfortable for you, come back to your proud pigeon, and that lessens the weight on your joints, and hopefully they won't feel as if they're being forced into articulating, which we never want to do. We want to encourage articulation, we never want to force it. From here, if you're still back down in this cruciform pigeon, in this humble pigeon as I call it, wave up, belly up, chest up, head up, and everyone joining back into proud pigeon. Hands flat, back toes tuck under, knee lifts off, and fly back into your floating pigeon. And step your right foot down on the thumb side of your hand, back heel down on your mat, warrior legs. Strengthen the legs here, don't let them get lazy, yeah? Lengthen up, hugging and lifting your leg muscles. Backs of the hands together, thread yourself up, pushing through your front leg, lifting yourself up, hugging and lifting here. Deep full breath. Warrior one. Bring your body weight slightly forward, push through your front leg and lift yourself up in a shallow warrior three. High head, low foot. Yeah, you can start here. You can even start by bringing your back toes down on the mat, but very light on your toes. As we mentioned earlier, we don't want any awkward weight on the joints of your toes. Back foot down, so step your back leg a little further back into our warrior one. Body weight forward, pushing up, warrior three. Maybe angle yourself a little bit, as long as you're squeezing your gluteal muscle, that's fine. Front knee bends, warrior one. Warrior three. A little deeper with your angle if you want to. Warrior one. And last one, lifting up, warrior three. Choose your angle. Back foot down, hands in, elbows in, bow down. Back into this pose, back heel points up, floating pigeon. Right leg curls up and land. Back toes untuck, knee down, back into our proud pigeon. Then choose your resting pigeon, either on the cups of your fists or in a cruciform. Up to you. Whichever is available to you. Whichever you want to try, but be confident that you can always pare back the pose. Wave yourself back up, hands flat, back toes tuck under, lift back up, floating pigeon, three-legged plank, bend both knees, push back, three-legged puppy pose, extend both knees, three-legged dog, bend that top knee, press it down, downward facing dog, spinal weight, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Let's do the other side. Left leg curls up, point the knee back and up, gain height in that knee, and then extend the leg. Open dog, tilting the body open to your left side, allowing that top leg to just curl down and relax down to the opposite side, to the right side, back to three-legged dog. One more set of that. Open dog, waving motion with that top leg. Three-legged dog. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Draw that leg forward. Angle it for pigeon, so you're in a floating pigeon. And land. Inhale, waving up, just setting yourself back into proud pigeon first, adjusting yourself as you need to. And exhale, choose your resting pigeon. Supporting the head, hands can even be close to the body this way. So from a proud pigeon, you're just bending the elbows and landing down. So you can support yourself with your arms. Or if you want to, head down, arms out to the side in a cruciform. Deep, full breath. Catching your breath here in this very low form. I hope you can still hear me. Deep, full breath. Wave yourself up. I hope you can hear me and not the people gardening outside. Back toes tuck under, back knee lifts up and back into your floating pigeon. Warrior one, tilt forward, strong front leg. Warrior three. Warrior one, don't rush. Warrior three. In our Dosha Vinyasa Yoga program, we never rush. We choose stability first. The stability priority. Warrior one, warrior three. Last one. Warrior one, warrior three. Back to warrior one. Hands in, elbows in, all the way down. Back heel points up, back to floating pigeon. Back to three-legged plank. Back to three-legged dog. Back to downward facing dog. Spinal wave. Let's have one half row. Wave forward plank. All the way down our half wave. Cobra or upward facing dog. Back through plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. Spinal wave. And a few more of this. And let's make this flow nice and smooth. Curl your right leg up, thigh into the belly. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Open dog. Three-legged dog. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Draw that leg forward. Angle it for pigeon and land. Back knee down, untuck the toes, wave the chest up, head up in a proud pigeon first. And exhale, choose your pose, just bend the arms or support the head or bring the head down on the mat and extend the arms out to the side in a cruciform. Deep full breath. Wave yourself up. Draw your hands back in. Just a moment back into proud pigeon. Back toes tuck under. Hands flat. Lift up. Floating pigeon. Right foot comes down on the mat. Back heel comes down on the mat. Warrior legs. Backs of the hands in. Wave yourself up. Warrior one. Choose your angles. Warrior three. Warrior one. Move with your breath. Inhale, warrior three. Brief pause, exhale. Warrior one, utilizing the natural pause of the breath. Warrior three. Warrior one. Last, warrior three. Warrior one. Hands in, elbows in, bow down. Hands flat on the mat, back heel up, back into floating pigeon, back down to your proud pigeon, back into your humble pigeon, proud pigeon, hands flat, back toes tuck under, floating pigeon, three-legged plank, three-legged puppy pose, three-legged dog. You can allow your standing heel to be lifted up here, by the way. Open dog, three-legged dog, back to downward facing dog. Spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Left leg curls up into the belly, point the knee back and up, extend. Open dog, three-legged dog, three-legged plank. Draw that leg forward, angle for pigeon, and land. Wave the torso up, belly in and up, chest up, heels of the hands lift, pressing through the length of your arms and fingers, proud pigeon. Choose your poses, come down on the mat. In a humble pigeon variation. Breathing here, don't rush. Wave yourself up, belly up, chest up, head up as you set your hands back down on the mat. Just a brief moment back into proud pigeon. Then hands flat, back toes tuck under, knee lifts up. Prepare for your floating pigeon. Press through your arms and lift. Front foot, left foot down on the mat. Back heel down on the mat. Warrior legs. Backs of the hands in. Wave yourself up. Nice and long. Warrior one. Drift forward. Warrior three. Warrior one. Warrior three. Warrior one. Warrior three. Last one. Warrior one. And warrior three. Back foot down. Hands down on the mat. Back heel points up. Left leg curls up. Floating pigeon. Land. A moment in proud pigeon to reset the breath. And exhale. Humble pigeon. However you want your hands to support the body. Wave yourself back up. Hands flat on the mat. Back toes tuck under. Three-legged plank. Bend both knees. Three-legged puppy pose. Three-legged dog. Open dog, waving that top leg. Back to three-legged dog. Full downward facing dog. And a spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Spinal waves in your downward facing dog. Breathing here. From here, curl your right leg thigh to belly. Point the knee back and up. Extend. And as you did, three-legged dog flow. Open dog. Back to three-legged dog. And wave forward, three-legged plank. Draw your knee forward and step your foot through. Back heel down on the mat. So we're in warrior legs. From here, right shoulder drifts to the inside of your right knee. Hands in line with your front foot and bend your elbows to the back in a humble warrior. Strengthen. Don't forget to strengthen that back leg. It's not lazy. From here, from your humble warrior, bring the backs of the hands together. Thread them this time to the back, opening your wings to the back. Strong front leg, drift your body weight forward and push yourself up. Fly in your warrior 3 variation with the arms to the back. I call this open wings. Bend your front knee, back foot down, backs of the hands together, thread up. Lengthening up here, hugging and lifting. Warrior 1. From here, turn to your left side, opening the arms parallel to the floor. I like an open palm, warrior 2, looking forward. That back leg, if your hips are okay, because this is a really flowing sequence, that can remain a little bit angled, 45 or 30 degree angles. But if your joints demand that they drop out to 90 degrees, just allow that to happen. Deep, full breath. Warrior 2. From here, soften the arms. Left arm, just very light on your left leg or behind your waist. If you have a tendency of pushing down on your back leg, bring that arm behind your waist. Right arm waves up. Lift up vertically first, open your side, then exhale, pressing back into your exalted warrior. Front knee still bent. Feel for that knee. As long as it doesn't go beyond your ankle, you should be fine. Deep, full breath. From here, release the pose. Hands together this time, elbow on the in a different kind of humble warrior. Now with this next maneuver, your back foot will have to turn up, pointing it directly forward, 90 degrees to the long horizon of your mat, or another way of thinking about it is parallel to the short horizon of the mat. Elbow is going to press into that knee, drifting to the left side. Front foot or right foot still pressing down into the mat, but if you feel a strong and uncomfortable pulling sensation right here under the knee, by all means, pare back the pose. As long as you're not hyperextending or dropping that knee down, give it a micro bend. Go back. Right foot, back to the left. Good. Last one. Right foot, left leg. Good. Hands down just to support our maneuver. Turn on your heels. Adjust especially that back leg into your warrior stance. From here, reversing the order. Right arm up and over. Left arm up and over. Exalted warrior. Lifting up out of the pose. Open palm, warrior 2. Relaxing the arms down, backs of the hands together as you turn back to your new forward, new top of the mat. Backs of the hands in, thread them up. Warrior 1. Bring them to the back. Squeeze your trapezius, your triceps. Retract your scapula. Body weight forward. Warrior 3. Soften your front knee, back foot down, hands down on the mat, left shoulder drifts to the inside of your left knee, just to accommodate the shoulders. Elbows to the back, support your body weight with your hands. Humble warrior. Deep full breath. Wave yourself up. Set your hands back into plank. Back heel points up. Left leg curls up. Extend it to the back. Three-legged plank. Bend both knees. Push back. Three-legged puppy pose. Three-legged dog. That would be my dog barking in the background. Open dog. Three-legged dog. Back to downward facing dog. And spinal waves. Breathing. Just move with your breath. Allow the breath to move the body. And vice versa. Curl your left leg into the belly. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Open dog in a waving motion of that leg. Allow your body to soften. Three-legged dog, nice and long and strong. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Bend that top knee, draw it forward. Back heel down and back to humble warrior. Left shoulder on the inside of the left leg. Maybe you can come a little bit lower, adjust your footing as you need. This pose provides you with that chance to really look at your feet and adjust your footing. From here, coming back to center, bring your arms to the back, wave the torso up, belly up, chest up, head up to prepare you for your flight. Body weight forward, strong front leg, push through. Warrior 3, flying version, front knee bends, back foot down, backs of the hands in, waving up. Warrior 1, Warrior 2, open palm, Warrior 2, lengthening up here. Exalted warrior. Good. From here, squeeze your left side to lift out of the pose, hands together, elbow on the inside of your knee. Back foot already turns out to your 90-degree angle or parallel angle, however you want to think about it. Body weight to the right leg. Adjust your footing as you need to the left leg. There are no absolutes. If there were, it will all be about safety. Right leg, left leg, and last one, back to the right leg. Now turn on your heels. Good. Adjust your footing. Then roll up. Lead with the left arm, up and over. Right arm, up and over. Exalted warrior. No weight on your back leg or arm around your waist. Squeeze your right side. Open your palms. Warrior 2. Relax your arms down, turning back to the front. Don't forget your back leg. Backs of the hands in, waving up. Warrior 1. Then bring your arms to the back, body weight forward, strong front leg, and fly in your Warrior 3. Deep, full breath. Back foot down, hands down on the mat, on the arch side of your foot. Let your head go. Back into humble warrior. You can even shake your shoulders here if you want to. Just loosening up the upper body. Then coming back to center, hands in plank, back heel points up, right leg lifts up, three-legged plank. Nice and strong. Squeeze that leg. Soften, bend both knees, transition to a three-legged puppy pose, three-legged dog, open dog, three-legged dog, and back to downward facing dog. Spinal wave, belly up, chest, spinal waves. And one more round, shall we? Let's go. One more spinal wave, just to set ourselves up. Right knee curls up, point it back and up, bent knee, three-legged dog. Extend that knee, full three-legged dog. Dip it to the opposite side, open dog, three-legged dog, wave forward, three-legged plank. Draw that leg forward, push through your arms to lift the chest, and that allows you space. Back heel, down on the mat, warrior legs. Right shoulder, inside of your right knee, hands down on the mat, bend your elbows to the back, humble warrior. Deep, full breath. Don't rush. Big tendency by now to rush, so don't rush. Center yourself back. Wave the torso up, belly in and up. Chest up as you open your wings to the back. Head up, prepare for your warrior three flight. Body weight forward and fly. Choose your angles. Up to you this time. Back foot down. Backs of the hands together. Thread yourself up. Warrior one. Nice and strong and lengthened. Open up to the side. Warrior two. Exalted warrior. And release the pose. Hands together. Right elbow, right knee. Left foot drops out to 90 in a different kind of humble warrior. Move yourself to the back. Wave to the back. I call this flow the crouching warrior. And to the front. Last one, to the left side. Turn on your heels. Hands down. And give yourself that time to adjust your legs. From this low position, wave yourself up. Right arm up and over. Left arm up and over. Exalted warrior. Squeeze your left side. Arms parallel to the floor. Warrior two. Soften down with your arms. Back to center. Backs of the hands in. Warrior one. And let's fly. Soften your arms to the back. Body weight forward. Strong front leg. Choose your angle. And come into your open wing warrior three. Soften your front knee. Back foot down. Hands down on the mat. Left shoulder inside of your left leg. And come into a really low humble warrior. Deep full breath. Wave yourself up. Hands flat on the mat on a plank. Back heel points up. Three-legged plank, please. Back to three-legged puppy pose. Back to three-legged dog. Open dog flow. Three-legged dog. And downward facing dog. Spinal wave, belly up. Chest up. Head up. Exhale down. Left leg curls up. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Open dog. Three-legged dog. Three-legged plank. Warrior legs. Humble warrior. Left shoulder, left knee. Drift down. Nice and low. If you can always pare it back. Center yourself. Body weight forward. Wave the torso up, arms squeezing to the back, and fly. Choose your angles. Back to warrior one. Transition slowly. Don't rush. Just cutting back on the instructions a little bit. We've gone through it already. Warrior two. And this is your time to trust yourself, to concentrate, to draw your senses in. Exalted warrior. Release. Hands together in Anjali, elbows wide this time. Elbow to your knee, back foot parallel to the short horizon of your mat. Crouching warrior to the right. Crouching warrior back to the left. One more to the right. Turn on your heels. Good. You can bring your hands down to support your body weight as you determine your stance. Then wave up, belly in and up, hugging and lifting. Chest up, arms flow to the back. Exalted warrior. Squeeze your right side. Warrior two. Soften your arms. Center yourself. Warrior one. Drift your arms to the back, retract your scapula, squeeze your triceps, and choose the angle of your warrior three. Back foot down and melt down. Humble warrior. Again, coming really low if you can. It has a nice grounding sensation. And that's what we're wanting in a Vata dosha vinyasa flow. Wave yourself up, back to center, hands on the plank, adjust your stance, and three-legged plank. Three-legged puppy pose, three-legged dog, open dog, three-legged dog, and downward facing dog. Spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. And let's have one half flow. Wave forward, plank, all the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog, back through plank, puppy pose, downward facing dog, spinal wave once again. But it has a very neutralizing effect for the joints, especially the spinal joints. Heels up, knees and elbows bend, and walk yourself up, maybe 3/4 of the way up. Sitting down, hands and fists to support your body weight, and come into a cobbler's pose. Heels of the not heels of the hands, blades of the feet together, hands interlaced, cupping your toes. The body will naturally come into this curved position, and let's wave the spine up. Belly in and up. Adjust your feet closer if you need to. Belly in and up. Chest up. Head up. Oh, feel that strength. Deep, full breath. You can even, from cobbler's pose, once you've caught our breath, release the pose without defaulting back into the desk body or the screen body, yeah? Keep a nice strong back. And I'm just going to turn, to keep myself obliquely here on the mat so you can see. From here, bring your right heel really close to the body. Left leg extends so your right foot is practically inside or under your body rather. 90 degrees with your femurs. Left ankle, dorsiflex, so point the toes to you, but don't let your heel lift up. Once your heel lifts up, that means your knee is in hyperextension, so bring that heel down. Okay, set yourself up here, wave, belly up, chest up, head up. Right hand behind you, in line with your left leg. So you're turning a little bit more to your bent knee, and that's fine. Left arm waves up your body and push yourself up through your standing arm. Top arm can remain vertical, once again, if this is enough for you, or bring it to the back, looking at your hand. If the neck is okay, breathing here. Front foot, left foot comes into plantar flexion, by the way. Soften your standing elbow, sit bones down, back of the left hand comes on the inside of your left leg as your left ankle comes back into dorsiflexion. Right arm waves up, looking towards the right side, just past your armpit, if you're okay with this twist, and lateral flexion along your extended leg. Try not to drop that right shoulder down. Yeah, try not to round down this way. If you feel like you're doing this, lift yourself up and come into this pose. This is perfectly all right. We don't have to come all the way down into a very deep pose if we compromise the intention of the pose. Yeah? But of course, if you can or you want to try, come really low on the mat. If you want to, that bottom arm acts as a lever to twist ourselves. It's really strong right here though. Yeah? So just be aware of that. From here, whichever height you're in, soften your upper body, soften your right arm, shoulders back to neutral, so back level to the mat. You can use your hands just against the traction of your mat. Hold on to your leg, or if you can hold on to your foot, you're welcome to hold on to your foot. If you can bind, right hand holds on to the left wrist and hook your wrists in front of your foot. Wherever you are, wave yourself up, belly up, chest up, head up with your hands still stuck to where they are, your new foundation for your hands. And you're in your Janu Sirshasana. Deep full breath. Keep the height your body is in. So if you're high, stay high. If you're really low, stay there. Right hand on the outside of your left leg, anywhere along your leg, or if you can reach the blade of your foot, go there. Left hand just to the back, down on the mat, but just to the back, as deeply as it will go, but don't force it there, or it will just naturally go. Then closed belly, very low twist if you're low, to the left side. Don't be aggressive in this pose. Use your front arm as a lever and your back hand to steady yourself in this twist. You're not going to go very deep in this pose, so don't be aggressive in this. More than a spinal twist, what we're wanting to do here is to lengthen up the right side of your back. Hopefully we're targeting the QLs, the muscles right here. A lot of lower back pains is due to very tight and weak and long QLs, quadratus lumborums. Deep full breath. From here, soften the pose, soften the body, wave yourself up. Bring your feet back together. Blades of the feet together. Hands this time, don't interlace. Hold on to the blades of your feet. Yeah, I hope you can see that. Wave the spine up. And if you can, balance on your sit bones. A small lift is fine. But if you want to lift a little bit further, opening your legs incrementally, don't rush. And open wider and wider and wider if you want to. Deep, full breath. There's quite a strong pushing and pulling, stabilizing sensation between your arms and your legs, between your appendicular skeleton. Deep, full breath, lengthening the spine. And exhale, bending them, their knees, bringing them back in, landing them back down. Right leg lengthens out, and I'll just adjust myself so you'll see from the back side. Left foot practically under the body. Adjust yourself so you get a 90-degree angle with your femurs. Left hand in line with your right leg, leaning back where it will naturally fall. Right arm waves up and you're pushing through your standing arm. Right ankle comes into plantar flexion, flat down on the mat, adds to that pressing down sensation to lift the body up. Deep, full breath. Don't allow your lower shoulder to collapse down, yeah? Push through. Create space or maintain space in this lower curve of the neck. Deep, full breath. Soften your standing elbow. Sit back down. Back of the right arm on the inside of your right leg. The sternum and the nose points almost in line with your bent knee. Left arm waves up and come into your lateral flexion. Again, try to avoid collapsing forward and down. The point here is not necessarily the depth. So if your pose is high up here, that's good. You're gaining that twist, you're gaining that lengthening in your arm, opening in your side, strengthening by pressing your foundations down. Whatever is pressing down into the mat, that's your foundation, and lengthening both arms. But if you can or want to try, come deep. Bottom arm acts as a lever to torque yourself and come really low. If your top hand can reach your foot and come into a really deep bind this way, by all means, you're welcome to this pose. Breathe. Don't hold your breath though. From here, wherever you are, relax the body. Give yourself that time to move. Don't rush, especially if you've come really low. Shoulders back level to the mat. Excuse me. Wherever your hands reach, you can use the traction of your hands against the mat or on your leg. For binders, left hand holds on to the right wrist. Hook your wrists in front of your leg, of your foot rather, and wave belly up, chest up, head up. That's quite strong, especially if you're bound. And exhale, just melt deep into your Janu Sirsasana. Hopefully, once again, you're opening up, this time the left side of the body, in a more gentle opening. Then we'll come a little stronger later with our closed belly twist. And let's do that now. From here, soften your arms, especially if you're bound, soften them. Left hand on the blade side of your foot, or if you're higher, wherever your hand will reach along your leg. Right hand behind you. On an exhalation, closed belly twist. Again, the intention, the sankalpa of this pose, right hand to stabilize the pose, left arm acts as a lever to torque you deeper, to open up the side, the back, left side of the body. Especially, once again, the QLs, the muscles that attach the highest point of our hips, the iliac crest, to your lowest ribs. Deep full breath. From here, relax the pose. Wave yourself up, belly in and up. Chest up, head up, bend your right knee. Blades of the feet together. Now do it obliquely once again. Hands on the blades of your feet. And wave your spine up first. Resetting the body. Rocking forward and back on your sit bones if you want to. And you can just stay doing this. Or just a small lift of the heels. Without rounding the back. Beaming the sternum forward and up. And once again, incrementally, don't rush, opening up your legs into whichever angle that you want. Once you're here, whichever angle your knees are in, feel as if you're wanting to point your toes away, but you're holding on to your feet and flick the toes. So plantar flexion and flick the toes. But if that throws off your balance, then by all means dorsiflexion and flick the toes. The dorsiflexion gives us a little bit more control with our balance. The plantar flexion option, I don't know about you, but for me sometimes it throws my balance off. So if you're like me, come into a dorsiflexion. Yes, I was talking to keep you in the pose. Now bend your knees. Blades of the feet back together and land. Good. And I'll just set myself back properly on our mat. Extend the legs forward, hands beside the feet. Just a moment in Dandasana. Wave the spine up. Deep full breath. Bend your right knee. Hug it really close to the body. Left hand just behind you to support your body weight. Right arm lifts up. Reach forward. Bring your upper arm on the front of your top shin. Palm facing up, thumb pointing to the back. And wrap your arm around your leg. And stay here if this is enough. Or if you want, that back hand, which is already behind you, bind. Once you're bound, spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and twist a little bit more to the left side. It gives you a little bit more wiggle room, maneuverability. Breathing. Press your standing foot, your right foot, strongly into the mat. And that will give you a little bit more power to twist into your muscles, claw on your muscles, massage yourself from your toes even, your foot around your ankle, up your shins, your calves, around your knee, and around your leg and your hip. Now, to the other side. Left leg curls really tightly, close to the belly. Right hand behind to help push yourselves a little bit higher, a little bit more upright. Left arm reaches up, reaches forward. Attach your upper arm on the front of your shin. Palm faces up, thumb points to the back. And bend your elbow and stay here. If this is enough, just wrap your arm around your bent leg. Yeah? If this is enough, stay. But if you want to, right hand binds onto your left fingers. From here, once again, don't be aggressive in this pose. By the way, extended leg, knee and toes point up. Wave yourself up, belly up. Chest up, head up, and you're twisting. So it's a twisting wave, opening to the right side. Breathing. Big tendency for the body to hold the breath. Start holding the breath in really challenging poses. Don't allow that to happen. Breathe. Softening the gaze. We're almost there. And release. Coming back to center, roll your shoulders even. I know that's quite challenging for the shoulder joints. Floating leg, just for 3 counts. Left leg extends, dorsal flexion, wave the spine up. And 3, 2, 1. And bring that leg down. Pads of the fingers, cat claw. Massage your toes, your foot, sole of your foot, around your ankles. Up your leg, around the knee, around your thighs, your hips. And let's do that with the arms. Left, right hand, give your left hand a massage and claw. Claw it down and around your shoulders. Just give yourself a massage. And the other side. You don't want to forget the right side. Massage. Cat claw. Of course, don't scratch yourself. Around your shoulders. Give your shoulders a massage. And set yourself down on the mat. Hug your knees in and soft, small roll all the way down. Hugging your knees in. And sacroiliac joint massage as we always finish our classes. Doesn't matter clockwise or counterclockwise, as long as you keep your knees together and alternate from here. Hug your knees in, lengthen your legs up. You can support your legs here by holding on to them. Plantar flex the ankles, straight front ankles, and then flick the toes. Or if you're okay here, you can relax your upper body already in your Shavasana and just have a few more breaths here in Viparita Kirani. Legs up, well, an invisible. Good. Then bend the knees. You can even cat claw your thighs here if you want to. Feet down on the mat. Arms in Shavasana, feet on the edges of your mat, and gentle window wipes. Yeah, just small window wipes. As you incrementally walk your feet out and away from your body and come into your Shavasana. Lengthening your legs out. Deep full breath. Relaxing your shoulders down.